Progress is not always justice. Innovation is not always fairness. Across the globe, walk through any factory floor today and you will notice something strange. Fewer voices, fewer footsteps, fewer humans. Instead, blinking lights and robot arms do the work faster, cheaper, without complaint. We ask, what is the value of the progress if it creates profit for the few but poverty for the many? Imagine, if you will, a manufacturing plant once bustling with the vibrant energy of skilled workers and rhythm of community. The company is making more products and earning more money than ever before. But something is missing. Where is the human element? Where is the contribution of society? Where are the salaries that support families, send children to school, and build a vibrant local economy? All has disappeared, replaced by lines of codes and robotic arms, while the human beings who once fueled that prosperity are left to grapple with an uncertain future. That is why we, on the proposition side, we believe it is a bold, necessary step to heavily manufacturing corporation that automative majority of their workforce. How are we going to define heavily taxed? Like how much is heavy? 50%, 30%, imposing a significantly higher than standard corporate tax rate, especially targeting at companies whose automation has replaced most human labors. That's what's reversed to heavily taxed. These manufacturing corporations include large-scale producers in industries such as textiles, automotive, or electronics. And what I've noted by automate, we refer as the replacement of human workers, especially in repetitive manual, and even cognitive tasks. It is about machine doing jobs that people used to do rather than machines simply helping people do their jobs better. The key majority of their workforce, we're not talking about a robot on an assembly line improving efficiency, but a fundamental shift where human labor becomes a marginal or insignificant component of the production process. So ladies and gentlemen, there is some few points that I want to contest is when a machine replaces a person, the government loses a substantial amount of tax revenue, potential of billions of dollars of a year in an aggregate. Such a system no longer works once the labor is capital. Robots are not a good taxpayers. Moving on to my argument, first, the erosion of the social contact, the foundation of stable society, and indeed a functioning market economy rests on a strong social contract, where business benefits from skilled labor and public infrastructure, and in return contribute to the well-being and employment of residents. Historically, manufacturing has been the cornerstone of middle-class employment and social stability. When manufacturing companies automate a large part of their workforce, they unilaterally break the social contact. They drastically reduces the tax base from wages, increases a demand for social safety nets, and creates widespread economic insecurity. It is deliberate choice to impose the cost of their labor on the public while privatizing the huge gains made from automation. This has left communities reeling from job losses, families struggling to find new livelihoods, and growing sense of betrayal among those who once contribute their labor. A high tax on companies that automate a significant portion of their workforce is therefore not a punishment, but rather a fair and necessary reaffirmation of the social contract. It forces companies to internalize the social costs they create, ensuring that their pursuit of efficiency does not destroy the society that enables their existence, and that the benefits of the technological progress are shared, not hoarded. This is restoring balance and asserting that human well-being takes precedence over unbridled corporation profits. The last thing, the second point is to automation without the tax incentives discourage human development and widen skill inequality. When companies choose to automate, they often do it to reduce labor costs, not because there is no available workforce, but when we allow companies to automate without any financial consequence, we send messages investing in machines is more valuable than investing in people. This discourages companies from training, upskilling, or retaining human workers even when those workers could still contribute meaningfully with the right support. It causes a skill gap in society. Some workers get left behind, unable to compete with machines. This depends inequality, not just in income, but in opportunity. It creates two-class system, those who can keep up with AI and those who can't. So we propose this tax not to stop innovation, but to protect human potential. A society where machines grow and people fall behind is not progress, it's failure. So from this motion, this House would heavily tax manufacturing corporation that automates majority of their workforce. We are really proud to be the proposition because from my argument, the erosion of the social contract, that the foundation of the stable society and indeed the functional market economy, that the high tax on the companies that automate a significant portion of their workforce is therefore not a punishment, but rather a fair and necessary reaffirmation of their social contract. And also about the automation without tax incentive discourage humans' development and within skill inequality, it's to protect the human potential. A society where the machines grow and the people left fall behind, it's not a progress, but it was a failure. So we're really proud to be the proposition. Thank you.